Scoop. I'm your host, Tim Fitzgerald, and we are joined by the lovely Joel Erlich, who is a professor here at the Fashion Institute of Technology in their Advertising, Marketing, and Communications program. Now we're going to jump right in and learn more about you and the marketing program, and what made you want to get into marketing?
Well, I started off very, very early in life as an actor, and what I thought had nothing to do with marketing at all had a great deal to do with it, because so much of what acting was really checking into people and figuring out who they were and what turns them on and what turns them off. Because I didn't make enough money as an actor, I moved eventually into sales, where I was very successful and worked for some major corporations, one of which said, why don't you think about moving over to marketing? And I said, what's marketing? And they proceeded to explain to me more about marketing and how much of it is an art and a science. Mm-hmm. So I moved over to brand management, became a marketer, and suddenly here I was doing all kinds of deep dives into the human psyche and utilizing every tool available to market to people.
Interesting. Now, was there any cool, different, exciting projects that you worked on as a marketer?
Well, I'll mention two of them. One of them is I was the marketing director at Warner Brothers for Batman.
Big name.
Which is an interesting product to market, and everything Batman was involved in, I oversaw the marketing for, especially the Batman and Robin film, which was an incredible experience working with all the actors and performers and marketing this film all around the world.
Right.
And then, most recently, I became the head of marketing and branding for Chef David Burke.
Very big name.
A celebrity chef, terrific guy. He now owns 12 restaurants. And that was an abrupt change. But at the end of the day, I realized marketing is marketing, whether it's Batman or David Burke.
Right. Now, you went from that, and like I said earlier, you're a professor here. Now, what made you want to start teaching specifically at FIT?
Well, I realized that when I had my own marketing firm, the Harmony Group, over the last 9 years, I hired so many young people, many of them out of college. And I realized that I spent a lot of time mentoring and teaching them. And I got tremendous satisfaction out of that, seeing them grow and seeing them prosper and learn. And when somebody said, well, why don't you come to FIT and give a talk one day on marketing to the marketing club? I said, sure. Yeah. And once I got there and I got in touch with the great students here, I was overwhelmed I was impressed by how smart and ambitious and colorful they were, and the great joie de vivre they had as young people. And eventually someone said, did you ever think about teaching college? Right. And I went, well, I am now, and I want to teach at FIT and work with these students. They're amazing.
Fantastic, fantastic. Is there anything that you could give, any advice that you could give to them that would help them break into this, very big industry a lot easier?
Well, I think a couple of pieces of advice. One is that anytime anyone wants to know about you, they do a search immediately. And the first thing that comes up often is your LinkedIn profile. And LinkedIn, a business-to-business social media platform, is extremely important. It's the first impression. Right. And very often, students cannot make a first impression a second time. Right. So when you are architecting LinkedIn, make sure you really take a lot of time. Make sure you have a terrific professional picture. Make sure your summary is extremely well written and articulate and professional as well in every way. Make sure you have a terrific headline. Make sure you have groups and organizations that you belong to. And make sure you have a healthy amount of people that you are linked into. It shows that you're active. It shows that you're out there. Another way to really break into marketing is networking. I mean, here we are at this terrific school, and we've got all these great professors, many of them adjuncts, who have contacts in every business, every company, every industry. And I would ask these professors to connect you with them for internships, to shadow a company or to shadow an event, to join an organization associated with it, the AMA, Women in Cable, and start talking to people all the time, everywhere you go. It's all about networking.
Networking, networking, networking.
Yes.
That is so important. Now, I want to thank you. We learned a lot today.
Oh, my pleasure.
So I want to thank you again for coming in today. If anyone is interested in learning more about FIT's AMC program, please visit the school's website. And I'm sure you can learn more about Joel Erlich as well while you're there. And I want to thank everyone at home for watching. It was fantastic, and we hope to see you again soon.